newish one. This one's out there. It's not on a CD, but it is out there on YouTube and all the places online where you can hear music. This is a song I wrote for my kids, but I also wrote it for parents, especially if you're the kind of parent that was wounded or at least disappointed by your parents to the point where you decided early on, when I have kids, I'm not going to make the same mistakes with my kids. I'm not going to do to my kids what happened to me, right? And then you had kids and you poured your heart, your life, your attention, everything into just trying to love your children well and not do harm and not do the same things that had hurt you. And for the most part, you did it. Well done. You managed to not make the same mistakes your parents made. No, you made brand new mistakes that you came up with all on your own. You're very creative. Wow. And at some point, we have to resign ourselves to the fact that our names are going to come up in our kids' therapy sessions, most likely, right? And all we can do is hope that they will eventually, in time, see that we love them very much and we were doing the best that we knew how at the time. And I think they will see that. I think they will recognize that eventually. Probably about the time that their kids are bringing up their names in their therapy sessions, you know, like, oh, okay, I get mom and dad now. Okay, I had a very complicated relationship with my dad. We just never figured it out. And he left when I was a little boy, and that's what triggered my speech impediment. So that's the enduring scar I have from those years. I was around 5 years old. And growing up, I just resented him, and I resented the way he lived his life and decisions he made. I was disappointed and resentful most of the time. Then I became a believer, you know, and then I realized what I had to do. I had to do what Jesus would do, which is forgive, and I decided to forgive my dad. And have you ever decided to forgive somebody? It's a very important step, but it only gets you about a third of the way there, you know. Then some miracle has to happen to carry it across the finish line. And I had decided to forgive my dad, but resentment still clung to my heart. And I couldn't shake it no matter what for like more than 20 years. And then one day I woke up just a few years ago, one morning, and I realized, I think the resentment's gone. Like when I think about my dad, it's not all tangled up in all that. Like I think I've forgiven my dad. I wonder when that happened, you know? And by that point, I'd gone through my own divorce and a great deal of pain and loss, some failure. And all those experiences helped me to recognize my dad better and let go of my resentment and disappointment and instead see him as a broken human being doing his best in the world, a lot like me. And that's the gift of suffering and failure, right? I thought that I could forgive my dad by deciding to because I thought it was the right thing, but it turns out that I hadn't suffered or failed enough yet. That's what was missing. That's what I needed. Because as long as we hold unforgiveness over somebody, that's it, right? We're holding it over them, which means somewhere in our heart, we imagine that we are above them. Maybe it's as simple as, oh, well, if I'd been in the same situation, I wouldn't have done that. So some kind of self-righteousness is at play. At least that's how it was for me. And so all of my disappointment and resentment was rooted in my own self-righteousness. And for so much of it, I mean, there were very real issues, but I was my own jerk in all of it, you know, punishing him for my own pride and arrogance. But thankfully I was broken of all that through great loss and suffering, failure. So, this is a song I wrote for my kids, wishing disaster upon them. Because that's what's going to make them great, right? Because the things that have made you great are the difficult things you've gone through. You've come out the other side wiser, stronger, more humble, kinder, right? Why are we so intent on protecting our kids from the very experiences that would make them great, So I decided, no more of that. I wish disaster upon you so that you might become great young men, maybe even the kind of young men who might be able to forgive your dad someday. I hope your heart breaks easily, 'cause you're not afraid to open it for all to see. It gets stronger every time it heals. So I hope you break your heart, and I hope you fall down hard enough that you need the help of a good friend to get back up. We all want to know that kind of love. So I hope you fall down hard. It's what I wish for you, what I hope you find. May it all come true in good time. And I hope that failure comes your way and shows you there's a limit to your own strength, till you can't help but offer other people grace. Yeah, I hope that failure comes. It's what I wish for you, what I hope you find. May it all come true, knowing sometimes good things come from suffering. Yes, sometimes good things can come from suffering. And I hope you can forgive yourself, 'cause if you're like me, you'll probably cause a lot of hell. Maybe one day you can add me to the list as well of what I hope you can forgive. It's what I wish for you, what I hope you find. May it all come true, child.